What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the garden. Another July update. This will be number 4. This will be the last July update. A lot of stuff's growing. Just want to run through it real quick with you guys. Appreciate everybody who's been following along. And we'll start right here with the pumpkin, just because that's where we usually start. So the vine was coming out here on the ground. Dogs kind of been running over it, or running around it a lot. So moved it, but it's back in here. Looking really good. Nice color, jack-o'-lantern variety. And that's the main, that's like one of the shoots that comes off down there. I was trying to have one more shoot that curls around, the branch curls back around. I'm trying to have one more pumpkin grow down there, but the main stalk, the main vine comes up. All this growth here, all the way up the trellis, is all from the same plant. See the vines all the way through here. Showed you guys on the last video that I broke off the main right there accidentally. But all the shoots are going up and over. Pumpkins are pollinating. The bees were going crazy earlier. There's bees everywhere. I'm not worried about pollination, but I'm more worried about pumpkins everywhere. Each one's trying to do a pumpkin on top. I'm thinking about cutting this one out and that one out right there. And I think about leaving this one. It's right here at the top of the peak of this trellis, pretty strong right here. And if I make some kind of like, with old t-shirt or something and some paracord or something, I can make a little hammock for that thing to sit in, you know? The other vines are coming up and over. I will cut this one. There's another pumpkin trying to go here too. Look at the tendrils, are just going crazy. But I really want these to all get up and over the trellis here, and they can tap into this pot of soil, like a little charge pot I did with some amendments and compost and soil in there. Same thing as the rest of these over here have, you know. But yeah, if you cut the pumpkins, they'll keep crawling. But this pumpkin has like enough room out here to sit and hang out right here and not be totally in the way, and it could probably support it. But I don't want all the pumpkins up on top of there. But yeah, that's doing really good, growing like crazy. Yeah, that one pumpkin's looking good down there. I cut the end of that vine off so it'd keep on growing. Made a new little trellis for the acorn squash. We got some good rain since the last video as well. And some stuff, it didn't get any rain at all, so some stuff fell over and wanted to do different stuff. Kind of like the acorn squash, the tomatillos and stuff. We pulled so many courgettes out of here, so many zucchinis. They've kind of relaxed here for a little bit. I think they're going to get ready for their next round. We pulled about 25, I think, so far. And I wanted to leave this one. It's way overgrown. I left this one on purpose just for the video. Actually kind of get a little divot on the bottom from laying on the side of the raised bed here. But it's a monster. It's like definitely way overgrown. I like to pull them when they're about 8 inches or so. Good grill size, but maybe I'll make some zucchini bread, or maybe I'll just gift this to a co-worker or something like that. But I just want to leave that on for the video. I thought it was kind of funny. Soon we're going to come in here with some beets, and we'll do another row or so, just like before with the beets that were here. The yellow pear tomatoes are getting a bit taller here. Florida weed's going. Yellow pears are growing. This is the second round of tomatoes. Sowed mid-May, planted July 1st. But the beets are going to go in here a couple rows again. Or maybe I'll do one row. Who knows? We'll see. Give them the most room they can have down here. Might even throw some lettuce down here on this side or something. Lettuce doesn't take up much space. Yeah, yellow pears are looking really good. It's funny too, because kind of look at the leaf, how the leaves are growing. I think it's probably because it's not getting the most sun. They're trying to reach. Because this is also a yellow pear just up over here. Same sowing. Except this went into this, this is a 10-gallon pot with the soil, compost amendments, same mix I have on all this stuff. All the pots down here as well, all the containers. A lot of these are like 10 gallons. But you can see how the leaf is a lot larger on this one. Looking a lot nicer. Gonna start putting out some trusses. But hopefully this one grows up over the trellis here, and we'll have like some yellow pear cherry tomatoes hanging right here. Pumpkins, these are both Jack B. Little pumpkins, just like the ones just down here. You can see they're starting to grow up their little trellis. Sorry, I'm like back and forth here, but Jack B. Littles are starting to grow. We'll see if they even make it up the trellis. Yeah, potatoes, I had to pull the potatoes way back as well. And also, if you guys see these strings up here, I put that like kind of against that because I'm trying to keep my dog out of here. He likes to go romping through the jungle. And I've been using these pallets here and kind of putting them like across the openings, trying to keep him out as much as possible. He doesn't like to go through here. You can see the yellow pears are getting taller. Potatoes are like, I don't know, close to 4 feet tall almost now. Maybe 40 inches or so from the soil level. But looking really good. Kind of dug around. I saw I was putting on some tubers. Flowers are looking really pretty. Looking awesome. Let's go around here. Been getting a bunch of yellow squash still. That one's perfect to pull. Still pretty soft. Just gonna start hardening up pretty quick. We got a bunch of those going around. A bunch of new fruit coming out soon. And I built this trellis for this acorn squash just for fun. Cut some parts out, some extra material at work. Fashion that together, but then we got the acorns coming out. You can see the pumpkin just back there. So in here is like a lot more opened up now too as well. But I started wrapping this up because this thing fell over on its own weight with the rain and all that. You can see us trying to put out some more acorns up here on top. I'm not sure if either one of those pollinated correctly, but there's another one starting just down here. But yeah, this is kind of a mess over here after the rain, so I'm just kind of getting everything tidied back up. This one with the tomatoes is still looking really good. Yeah, I'll come over here real quick. Tomatillos, I had to wrap the tomatillos up with some string. They were falling all over the place under their own weight with all the rain. You can see them over here. There's some that are done. Let's just go back here real quick. So that's where all the containers are. Then we got the beans coming. I've already pulled a bunch. I've even steamed some for dinner. So you can see there's gonna be another flush of beans coming out. They're all over the place. I pulled a whole bunch out just today. But you can see there's lots of, these are Kentucky pole beans. You can see there's beans all over, and it goes up and over the trellis here. There's beans all the way out in the end here. So we got pumpkins going. Even the tomatillos are getting pretty tall up the trellis. They're going up the trellis just here. And then all the cucumbers too. You can see there's some pickles I left on there. I'm gonna pick them, but I wanted to show you guys. We got a bunch in the house too. Pickle there. Pickle there. And there's gonna be a bunch more. Sorry about neighbors and stuff. It's so quiet in the neighborhood you can hear everything. So if there's neighbors talking in the background, it's because it's so quiet normally. Yeah, beans are rocking. There's a bunch of those going. Cucumbers too, we're doing really good. These are the Market More Slicer cucumbers. Bunch of pollinated cucumbers. Bunch of little ones coming up all over. But there's some nice ones here that'll be getting pulled soon. One up there, another one here. Down over there's another one. It's getting pulled soon. Other one's coming up right behind it. But you can see just everywhere's cucumbers all over. Like all the way up. I think I counted like 2 dozen. I also added this cage. You see like the cage starts down here and goes up. And it ends right here. I'm sitting down right now. Ends right here, so I had this extra one I threw on top of here too. With the opening, I could come in here and get the cukes out. And I threw another one on here too. This is about 7 foot something tall now for the cucumbers. Sunflowers are huge. About 10 foot tall here, this one now opening. So yeah, nice little fruit and stuff coming from some of the containers as well. Cooked them for dinner. Go this way. Tomatoes are looking really good. getting a lot bigger. You can see some weird blooming on some of those. Kind of mega bloom cat face going on, but there's a few nice ones. But unfortunately, that stem back there kind of buckled under its own weight. Florida weave's not the best for these heavier tomatoes. There should be a one main stick holding some of these up. But look at this one. Pretty wild. Still has a ways to go. But when the rain happened, it pulled through the Florida weave back there and kind of pinched off its stem. But you can see the tomatoes are still huge. Those tomatoes are bigger than these tomatoes here. But really cool shaping on some of these. This is a super steak, beefsteak variety. Still been pulling a bunch of lettuce out of here as well. Pulled some for dinner. And we got Romas back there. As you see, a little bit of blossom end rot in some of those, but everything else is looking happy and healthy. New round starting on top. Look at some of these super sweet 100s. Trusses are filling out really good. Good pollination. More tomatoes just there. Just here, the trusses are filling out pretty nice. This one's also super sweet 100. We've been pulling some of the tomatoes that have been ripening up. You can see we're getting some red there too now. It's July 30th. Almost August time. August, everything's gonna start going, but we're picking some of the tomatoes off here. Letting some other ones ripen. The more you pick, the more they ripen. There's a couple more there. These are a sun sugar variety. I think it's a sun, what's that called? Like a sun gold mix of some kind, but really pretty color. But yeah, the sweet 100s are always producing a lot. You can see just there, really pretty color. Sorry for the terrible camera work here. Yep, more lettuce down here. We'll be selling some more lettuce in, I think, too. Eggplants are doing really good. This one is, I'd say, about ready. I like them about that size. Another one just there. We have a lot of spider webs, too, going on. Lots of spiders out here putting in work. He's actually in there hanging out. Little spiders, see him in there? No worries, he's getting the bugs. And then just back over there, in the back, we got a couple more eggplants there going. And some flowers starting on this one. That one might have pollinated correctly. Peppers are doing really good. You see lots of cayenne peppers all over. Lots of peppers like that. They're going to be getting pretty big like that one right there. Nice pepper there. Another pepper down in there. Yeah, peppers all over this guy. A lot of the bells are looking pretty good as well. You see all the way up in there. Bells down here. I counted each one of these bells has between 6 and 8 different bell peppers already starting. See another one just there. Next bell pepper. There's a bunch of good ones starting. Bunch of nice ones starting down there too. You can see all those in there. Looking really good. This one's still that little guy here, but you can see us setting some fruit down in there. This one's a little bit shorter yet than the other ones, but lots of nice bells starting. Moving down to this one. Nice bells there. Nice bells there. A lot of nice fruit all over. Over here to the jalapeno. Jalapenos putting on fruit everywhere like crazy. You can see that's a pretty decent one. It's only been a couple weeks since I let them start putting on fruit and blossoms. Yeah, it was on July 15th, I think I started letting them go. It's the 30th now, so it's been 15 days. You see putting on lots of jalapenos all over, like all up and down the whole plant. It's hard to show all of them, but doing a good job. So these are rocking. They're doing really good. Awesome. Look at the sunflowers too, the multi-head sunflowers. Bringing lots of bees. There were so many bees buzzing around. A lot of the squash blossoms had multiple bees in it all at the same time. This one's already kind of Dying out, trying to give us some seed already on that one. But yeah, lots of heads even down in here is coming out. Our big yellow ones are coming out. You can see the big, tall 10-footer up there is looking good, but huge. Be all multi-head. Also just over here too. 3-year-old daughter, she's starting a garden. This is one of the fun things. Got a good little deal on this nice little cedar box, little smart pot liner here for it. And we hooked her up with the same potting mix, same compost, the same amendments, everything just like the big garden here. I say big, it's only this one. You see my whole yard is pretty bare. I'm only using this one area here, getting all that production out of there. So anybody could do this in their yard. Pretty simple, just gotta follow a few steps. But we got her going with the same thing. We got some of this chrysanthemums, the mums here, purple, and they're starting to open up real nice, really pretty. This is gonna be here a while. It's gonna fill out really good. And she wanted some tomatoes just like her dad. She calls them tomatoes. She's so cute. She's only 3. Got her some Husky Reds. I got her some that already had tomatoes on it. Normally she gets some that doesn't have any of that on there from the nursery, but I wanted her to already get going there, so we did that. And just right here too, we planted some squash because she wanted to grow her own little squash. And you can actually see right there, so they already sprouted. It's been 3 days, 4 days? Thursday, I think, so today's Sunday. Only been a few days, but we're gonna get some squash coming up. So let's have a little squash here for fun, some little tomatoes, a little pollinator plant here. And I hooked her up, just her little digging area, and then we have our bush beans here, along with the herb garden going. So she has her nice little starting up garden patch for a little 3-year-old. She's so cute, love her. But that's the update. There's probably more to dig into to see, but that's what it is for now. If you guys are enjoying this content, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. There'll be a lot more to come. Yeah, if you already subscribed, you're awesome. All right, guys, peace out. See you on the next one.